Live. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Today, I have a very special guest and also Foundationaholic, Alesha. Thanks for being here, Alesha.
Thanks all for having me.
So, I think you told me last year you did more than 15 foundations.
Probably. I didn't officially count. I got to 10 and then I was like, okay, I don't need to count anymore.
So
But
very,
probably one-ish a month.
very many. So, my question is, can you do too many foundations? Is there ever too many?
My point of view is most definitely not. It's my favorite class. It's like, for reals, you can talk about anything, go anywhere. The foundational tools are the tools that really you can create what you would like to have in the world. They they're the go-to place for anything that I would like to change or choose or contribute in my world. So my very strange, unique point of view is that the more intimately I can know them and be them and explore them, the more is available to choose and change. Yeah.
I love that. Do you remember when your first foundation class was and what it was like?
Yes, very much so.
Do you want to tell us a bit about it?
Sure. It was with Viv Adcock on the Sunshine Coast. It
She
was
has
right.
she has a habit of de-virginizing people to the foundation class.
We went right after Christmas. We did the 5 days of change, so bars and foundation, and it was really, I really struggled in that class. It was too slow. I was very bored and very frustrated, and we talked about all of the boring stuff, and so I just went to sleep basically. Maybe that's not the best thing to say on a Facebook Live. And, it doesn't have to look a particular way, this class, because what I'm aware of from that is my entire world changed from being asleep and talking to Viv about how agitated and frustrated I was that we were going so slow and where was the good, juicy, meaty stuff. It was likely when I was asleep. Right after that, everything in my world changed. Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I remember the founder of Access, Gary Douglas, saying, he was really worried because there was this one lady in one of his classes, and it was like an Access Consciousness 7-day event, and she pretty much would only get up to shit, shower, and shave, and the rest of the time she was just asleep, even in class. And he was like, oh my God, what's going on? I need to give this lady her money back. Like, she's not getting anything out of this. And she ended up being the one that got, one of the most change from the class. So it definitely shows up in very different ways than we expect it's going to.
Yeah. And having done so many classes now, every single class, like, they're not stock standard jigsaw piece, that fits nicely one after the other. Every single class is different. Having done really an adventure on so many of these now, some of them I'm asleep, some of them I'm awake, some of them I've got so many beans, my camera's off and I'm doing the jig in my room. Every single one of them is different, and that's what's so exciting, because the people that show up and ask questions, you get to have so many look-sees into people's worlds, and what they're willing to choose and change just contributes so much to me. And yeah, so I can't get enough of
Awesome.
Foundation, baby.
Yeah. We were talking before and you were like, oh yeah, I just got invited to go to another foundation and I think I'm going to do it, even though I didn't think I had the time or the space for it. It's like, So yeah, even, if you're one of those people that are like, oh, one day I'll have, enough time or enough space to go, what if you just chose it and see what it creates? Because sometimes the choice creates the possibility showing up in your life.
Yeah. Do you remember your first foundation, Saul?
I definitely do. It was in Brisbane with Gary and Dane. It was like a global foundation. And yeah, it was a world changing for me as well, and the beginning of a completely different future. It was definitely a change in tracks for me and my life and my reality. So yeah.
Yeah. And have you done, like, are you a foundation junkie?
I've done quite a few foundations. I make sure I'm always on the global foundation with Gary and Dane, because it's like one of those classes where, the world changes many times during those classes. And yeah, I've probably, I don't know if I'm as much of a junkie as you are. I don't know if I know anyone who's been as much of a foundation junkie as you have. But it's definitely one of my favorite classes, and I would say, like, it's the class with the tools that you get to really use every day in your life, like, and you start to live them, you start to become them, and it becomes not like something that you go to as like a refuge, but something that you be every day, that infuses into, like, your reality, your life, your living, all of it.
Have you ever been bored
No.
with the tools in the class? Have you ever been bored on one?
uh I don't think so. I don't think so. In a foundation class that I've taken, there have been classes like you've said where I'm like, it's too slow, and I think that one thing with foundation is you've got, like, more often than not, brand new people that have never done a foundation class before, and I think that's one of the most exciting things, is where you actually get to see people's realities, like, opening up to a completely different possibility. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's always entertaining.
Yes.
See, watching people's faces melt into something different.
Or at the moment on camera, watching people's faces go is
Yeah. Well, and it's so funny because sometimes when there's like a foundation class, people will do like introduction classes, and one of the things that Dane usually says is, okay, if you just got here for this evening's class, look left, look right. If the person next to you, if their face is melting, they've been at they've been at class all day.
So I hope that we're saying all of the wrong things and terribly scaring you off attending a foundation. That's definitely our intention today.
Yeah.
What else would you like to say, Saul?
Uh, that's it pretty much. I just wanted to, I think, like, you were just saying before how it's like you have been on so many, but all of them have been very different. And, like, with the people that come to the class, it creates a completely different energy. But also, like, I've been on so many different classes with so many different facilitators, and still every time I do a class, I hear something different, I learn something different, I see it from a different perspective, or someone asks a question that's never been asked before. So yeah, I think that's a great case for why you can never have enough foundations, and being a foundationaholic is not a bad habit, really.
Totally. And
Yeah.
that's like the really exciting, like the crazy exciting thing for me with everything that's going on in the world and lockdowns. Having the foundation opened up that we can access facilitators all over the world, like that we wouldn't normally have access to. Once upon a time, this particular class was only live in person over 4 days. So you could have a foundation with the facilitator that you could access via travel. And so now it's it's an awesome gift to be able to go and have a foundation with someone from the UK or someone from Australia or someone from New Zealand or Canada or US. Like, there's such a gift in exploring the different points of view that other people have, and just receiving the energies, taking what is light for you, what works for you, and yeah, it gets me excited. I guess that's why still, even after all of these, I'm like, foundation, yeah, count me in. What's required? Let's do it.
Cool. I love it. And I think, that's a great place to finish this. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in, checking out Foundation, I'm pretty sure you can go to accessconsciousness.com/foundation. And if not, just search for a foundation class. There's also a Facebook group called the Foundation, which is awesome. It's got lots of people who have, shared their experiences with Foundation. And so check it out. And whatever you do, get your butt to a access class, to a foundation class, to a bars class, and what could it change in your life. And thank you so much for joining me today, Alesha. It's been awesome.
Thanks, Phil.
See you
You
guys soon.
rock. See you soon,
Bye.
guys. Bye.